Hey everybody, it's Doug Jankowski with Geek Improved, and this is the week 2 update for my diet. It's actually the end of the 14-day zero sugar portion of the diet, and now I can enter the maintenance plan, which basically the rules for that is that any meal I have has to have more fiber than added sugar. Though I am likely going to go ahead and stick to the zero sugar as much as possible. But let's start with the update first. So I weighed in this morning and I am at, let's see, 234.8, which is a 9.4 pound weight loss in the first 14 days. It's not the most dramatic that the test panelists for the diet reached, but it's right around what they said you should expect. In the 10 to 15 pound range, so pretty good. There's I didn't get my walk in yesterday. I was running a little late for getting for working, so I didn't get that in. Otherwise, I got the two. I made my 10,000 steps every day, but yesterday. So for those 13 of the first 14 days, I made my 10,000 steps. I did occasionally, I don't want to say cheat because I kept things zero sugar, but maybe had a few more chips than I should have with, like chips and hot sauce stuff. Nothing that had any sugar in it, but, empty calories that I didn't necessarily need to have quite as many of. So I'll need to watch that going forward. The other good news on this is I also measured my belly and I lost an inch there. So I went from 42.5 down to 41.5. I was hoping for something a little more dramatic, but nonetheless, it's progress. I'll take it. So like I said, for going forward, I'm going to try to stick to the zero sugar, meaning no added sugars, as much as possible. But there'll be a few things that I'll work in. For one, I'm going to start using this. See if I can get that with the light. Vega organic protein with greens. This you make protein shakes for. So on days that I work out, like today, I did my kettlebell swing and push-up workout. Then I'll make smoothies out of that. So that has stevia in it. It doesn't actually have any actual sugar, though it does have fruit powder and stevia for a total of 1 gram of sugar. The stevia doesn't register in that, but as an artificial sweetener, your brain will react to it as if it were a sugar. So those I'm trying to minimize, but I think there's a little enough of it in this and with 4 grams of fiber in this, I think I'll be okay. Mixed into the overall thing that is the way I make the smoothies. There'll be a lot of natural sugar because I use fruit, obviously, but there'll be a lot of fiber as well. Fruit comes with fiber. I add in either nuts or flaxseed, and I try mixing greens. I'm actually going to try an experiment where I'm going to get collard greens, which are supposed to be way better for you than just lettuce, or spinach is what I've normally put in. I'll probably put both. I'm going to try chopping those up, steam the collards, and then freeze them and add them to mix them with the spinach to add into the shake. Right now, adding spinach, you can put half a cup of spinach into a protein shake and you really don't know that it's there. Especially with the frozen, it's a little more noticeable if you just, pile in a bunch of raw spinach. That's why I'm going to go ahead and cook the collards and then cut them up and freeze them to get a little more, try and cut down on that because they're pretty strong, pretty potent. So I'm hoping that will blend in pretty well. All right, the other thing I'm planning on doing, as I implied with today, is I'm going to step up the workouts. I'm going to make sure that I'm getting in, 3 days of strength training, whether that's at home, with kettlebells and, body weight exercises, or getting to the gym and, hitting the machines, hitting the dumbbells, do the stair climbers or whatever it is. I'm going to make sure I upgrade the workout portion of the fitness plan, health plan. I am going to make sure I keep up with the walking so that I get my 10,000 steps every day, and I'm going to stick with, like I said, I'm going to stick with the zero sugar as much as possible. But I do, one thing I noticed is I need to work on getting my protein up. Part of why I want to incorporate the protein shakes. I'm going to need to incorporate more chicken and other sources of protein into my diet. I'm doing well on the fiber. I don't need to necessarily mess with that, except to adjust calories to make sure that I'm able to up the protein intake a little. My biggest problem with that has been that with no sugar added, it's really hard to have protein on the go. Pretty much the only protein on the go I've been able to have is nuts, which they're good, and I enjoy nuts, and especially walnuts and almonds. They're really good for you, but they don't actually they don't have the punch. That's what I was trying to say. The punch of something like chicken breast. They're not going to equal out there. So I'm going to need to work on that and figure out what I'm going to do. I've been using, pretty much the only alternative to enhance that was cheese sticks, like string cheese or something along those lines. I don't want to overdo the cheese. I'm making sure I get a decent amount of dairy in my diet, but other than that, I don't want to overdo it on the cheese. Another thing I'm going to add in, especially with the protein shakes, is kefir, which is it's like a fermented milk. It's a little thicker than milk. It's not good on its own, in my opinion. The only thing I can do with it is mix it into a smoothie. Then you really can't tell. Then it tastes like you're putting yogurt or Greek yogurt or something like that into your smoothie, which is fine. That I don't mind. Yeah, so I'm also, if you've been watching, Mike on his weight loss journey, he's been talking about some of the stuff he's doing, and a few of those things sound pretty interesting, so I might give him a try. I definitely want to try his cauliflower pizza crust. That sounds amazing. And, with the being able to, work in a little bit of added sugar, then I can have, stuff like pepperoni. I might try my hand at making my own homemade Italian sausage-ish, a sausage. It's not going to be a case or anything like that, but, just take some ground turkey and mix in the spices and seasonings to make an approximation of Italian sausage to be able to put on pizza. So that'll be interesting to try. He also did a Mongolian beef that I'm interested in, and some of the ingredients like soy sauce, and I don't remember if he put Worcestershire in it or whatever. Some of those things, those sauces like soy and Worcestershire and things like that, have a little bit of added sugar. So now I can work those in a little bit here and there as seasoning. So that'll be interesting to try. But that's it. Sorry, I hit the mic there. I hope that didn't freak that out, make the video weird. Anyways, that'll finish up my update for the week 2. I'm getting into week 3. I'm going to try and stay pretty much on track with what I've been doing. Work in a few more foods into my rotation. And then I'll be back in a week to tell you how that did. Sorry I didn't have a second video this last week. It was a crazy week. Had to take my car into the shop twice. So you just kind of ran out of time with stuff. I will try and do a second video towards the middle of the week. I believe I'm probably going to use it to go over MyFitnessPal, show you how I use MyFitnessPal. Maybe I'll work in a little cooking session or something. I don't know. Those will be coming up soon within the next week or two. But anyways, thank you very much for tuning in. Thank you guys for your encouragement and support. If you'd like to check out our other videos, I'll have a couple of them linked up on the sides here. But you can also comment down below, hit that like button, share with a friend who maybe also is working on losing some weight. Love to hear their stories, how they're doing. Maybe get some advice, give some advice. Either way, if you'd like to help us out, you can click on our Amazon affiliate link down below. That'll be linked to the Zero Sugar Diet book that I'm working off of. For now, I'm going to keep that the same because that's where I'm still at. He's got a new book that I may check out soon, but for the time being, I'm going to stick with that as a link. So you can click on that. Whether you buy the book or not, anything you purchase from the Amazon affiliate link within 24 hours of clicking it, we'll get a small commission on, so we'd appreciate that help there. You can always also check out our Patreon link down below, and that is primarily geared towards our Grizzled Geek channel, where we do Ruby reactions and other geek culture stuff. But we may try and incorporate some more stuff into it, like recipes and things like that. So anyways, thank you guys for tuning in, and good luck on your fitness goals for this year.